Hey, this is Matt once again. What about the end of the video? This is another paid request, this time for Jacob. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, topics, reactions, reviews, commenters, re-reviews, whatever it may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for the Unborn Part 2 from 1994. Now, I was not a fan of the first Unborn. I thought it was very slow, very boring, very unsatisfying ending. While I wouldn't call The Unborn 2 a good movie, I would say, number one, it's an improvement, and number two, it was tolerable to watch because, as a B-movie schlock, it seemed like the director wanted to employ a little bit more action, definitely a faster pace compared to the first one, and again, a bit more let it in its B-moviness, so to speak. Whether it be the big fat-ass baby killing people, whether it be just some gunfights. Not with the baby, that would have been even more hilarious, but you got gunfights. You either have Robin Curtis, who was Savage in Star Trek 3 and 4, as pretty much the baby Terminator, as she goes up and kills babies because they are the mutant babies with high IQs, and I guess mutant babies, as they get older, they look more normal. Because they'll find these... I don't know why, like, all the other kids and babies look normal, but the one that looks unnormal is the main one. Because our main one, who this character Catherine has, is like really big and fat. But these others, I mean, they look a little bit more normal. But I don't know what the deal with that is. But anyway, Robin Curtis has sunglasses and is pretty much the baby Terminator, going around finding these mutant babies who have grown or been born. And that's another thing. It's called The Unborn, but every fucking baby has been born. So it's kind of funny it's called that. Idea it's a sequel to the first one, but again, it's called The Unborn, but every fucking baby has been born already. So there is no unborn. But with her sunglasses she stole from Wesley Snipes, she goes and shoots. And nothing bloody. It's not like you see a baby's head blow up. No, nothing like that. Or a kid's head blow up. No, it's just, you see her do this, you hear the sound effect, moves on. So while she's doing that, our lead, Catherine, who writes children's books, she's a single mother. Yet these very nosy comic relief neighbors. She meets up with this nice neighbor played by Scott Valentine, who was on the TV show Family Ties. He was in My Demon Lover, Carnosaur 3. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this movie that you go, what the fuck? Like, there's a bit where this maternity ward with a bunch of babies, she goes up and shoots one because it's a mutant. Of course, the guards come in and start shooting, and then they start having a gunfight with all these babies here. Like, all these babies are here, and they start having a gunfight. Thankfully, none of those babies were collateral damage, and you just see babies popping like bloody popcorn. No, just... I mean, when I got this request, I went, oh no, because I didn't like the first one. But when I'm seeing a gunfight at a maternity ward with Savage from Star Trek 3 and, some guards, and they're above the babies, I'm like, okay, there's at least some kind of entertainment in this. It's not too slow of a movie. And the thing with the lead girl, Catherine, I thought her acting wasn't too bad. I've seen much worse. And also, at least they do kind of explain that apparently the baby will have some kind of manipulation with its mother, mentally, telepathy, which is why either maybe she doesn't see the baby as what it is compared to other people, or she becomes more tolerable with it compared to other people because of this influence the baby's putting upon her. So like the mom maybe like brainwashed or something. The baby puppet, I mean, it kind of looks like the baby from It's Alive, and I wouldn't say it looks realistic. It looked funny, so I mean, I laughed. I don't think I was supposed to laugh at it. Like I said, at the very least, the director who did films like Blood Fist 6 and Bitch Slap, at least the director knew, you know what, I need to spice this movie up a bit, so let's throw a couple little gunfights. Let's throw stuff like Robert Kurz gets injured, so she takes like a pin or a paper clip in order to get a bullet out. However that works. There's like even a little car chase where the mom, Catherine, is chasing Robin Curtis. You do a little bit of camera work that's kind of like the first Child's Play, or you're on that level and the point of view where it's either going forward or going back or going in one shot from here to the next room and going up into the attic. So you got a couple decent camera movements. Is that an entirely gory movie? Body count wise is probably, I mean, to be honest, there's more body count from gunshots than the baby. There's at least probably two people that the baby killed, which was the babysitter and her boyfriend, where they get bit on the neck or something of that nature. I guess this is getting more into spoilers, so be warned. Spoilers. The cops come in, and of course they're thinking that this mom maybe had something to do. No, I tell a lie. That's other people. There's two people where a neighbor called child services, and I think one of them is Michael McDonald, and I think he was on. I forget if he was on SNL or Mad TV. I can't remember. They get one of them gets killed as well, so that's three the baby kill, and then the other gets killed by a gunshot. But no, before we get to that part, the cops looked at the body of the two babysitters, and they think it's Robin Curtis. But I find it funny that they think that because they don't wonder why the bodies were bitten and clawed up and not shot. Like, no one ever brings that up. Sir, are you sure this is... I mean, she has a gun, why didn't she shoot him? You know, they were bitten and clawed up. Don't you think that's a bit weird, officer? Apparently not, because no one ever brings any of that shit up. I just think Robin Curtis is also a biter. And I said, well, wait a minute, didn't she shoot all of her victims? But now, again, they're... Chomp, chomp, chomp. Who cares? And yeah, that's when sometime later those child services, they come in, they sneak into the house because they think the mom is not doing well with the baby, and neglectful mom, and they get their comeuppance. And then spoilers, excuse me, Scott Valentine is a bad guy. Because the female child service tries to get out, and he, like, breaks her neck. So he doesn't shoot her. He breaks her neck, to be fair. Got ahead of myself with the gunshots. Because he does shoot someone, but he shoots Robin Curtis. And so you get to a gunfight where the lead lady, Catherine, and Scott Valentine, they're shooting at each other. And for some reason, I'm picturing Hot Shots Part 2, where Charlie Sheen and the bad guy are about this far away, and they're shooting at each other. And then you have the keep going and going and going. Then they turn and they shoot the rip-off Energizer Bunny. Oh, it just made me think of that. They don't show the wide shot, but I have a feeling if you show the wide shot, they'd only be this far away. But they show like her shooting, then him shooting. I'm like, there's a few things you could think of with the Unborn Part 2. I never thought I'd be seeing, gunfight shootouts. But you know what? I'm for it. Scott Valentine, I think he's done better acting. I actually liked him in Carnosaur 3. I liked him in My Demon Lover. Here, at times he's alright. But other times, like when he's giving the speech with the baby on him about who he is and these experiments and, well, he doesn't need you anymore and all this, it's not really the best acted speech. But the director tries to pull off a couple cool shots. And spoilers, like there's a bit where she shoots for the killing blow and the camera like follows the bullet into Scott Valentine. That was a nifty shot. Or the POV of the camera, like the moving around as the baby's trying to chase her, or when she's in the attic, she actually falls through the damn floor. It does have a definitive ending. There's no sequel. There's no BS ending. She's fighting. I mean, anytime they fight the baby, it looks exactly just because it's just a puppet. Them doing all the work. So maybe you get some chuckles out of that. She puts it in the thing in the microwave. I guess you get the idea that the baby's trying to control her to kill herself. She fights it off, jumps out the window. The whole damn house explodes. Now, I don't know if... I know if you put something in the microwave, it would blow the microwave up. I don't know if it would blow as big of an explosion as it did. But... So, I'm thinking, okay, what is it? The baby's not alive, or the baby's going to be in the ambulance somehow, and pull some other BS. No. The cop comes, your baby's dead, I'm sorry. She kind of breathes a little bit. Goes into the ambulance, movie's over. I'm like, wow. Nice job, director. Follow the Roger Corman rule. When the monster's dead, the movie is over. So it's not like a film. I think it's not a gem. I wouldn't call that good of a movie because the pup is fairly badly done. Some of the acting, like the nosy neighbors, are a bit over the top. You have ridiculous stuff. I did like a whole shootout scene and a maternity ward with babies here. But if you're in a mood for a B-movie schlock, B-movie shtick, I do think it's better than the first one. Like I said, the first one was too slow, too boring, too plotting, unsatisfied ending. This, a bit more of that B-movie gusto, which I prefer in this case. I think it better served this story, this plot, to go in that direction. I do wish there was more gore and more... Hell, part of me is like, I wish they even went even further, but it is what it is. So with that said, thanks for watching, take care, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.